You know what day it is! It smells like I'm walking down a very long garden. Gold, silver, platinum, almond butter, chalky, slight honey as well. It's not spicy, not yet. Just getting all this flavor all at once. Very complimentary, I would say. Definitely what I would be looking for if I got a bottle. Alright, sorry if I scared you guys, but hello and welcome back to the lounge. Today is Whiskey Wednesday, as you guys know. Every Wednesday we pick a whiskey and cigar and see how the pairing goes. So for the whiskey we have the Jack Daniel's Select. And for the cigar we have the Oliva V Melanio. Now this one was Cigar of the Year 2014. Big fan. Haven't actually smoked it in a couple months just because I've been trying so many other different cigars, but I've had this one in the past. I've of course absolutely love this one. Great flavor and definitely one of the best ones to come out of the Oliva brand. And before we even do anything, special shout out to at Gables Cigars for facilitating the creation of this episode, and at Robert Rivera Worldwide for providing us with the Jack Daniel's Select bottle. And then of course to at Scotch Society 305 for giving us the Glenfarclas glass that we use here on Whiskey Wednesdays. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and taste this pairing. Well, first of all, we're going to do sight on the Oliva V. Lots of gold. Wait, have we done this one on Whiskey Wednesdays before? Goes to check this the cigars. Oliva V Melanio. I have tried it before. Not with this specific one, so let's go ahead and try it. It got a 7.9. You can only imagine my face right now when I go back and I see that the Oliva V Melanio has already been tried with the Jack Daniel's Select. I got an idea. Alright, so we have the Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 traditional Jack Daniel's to try today with the Oliva V Melanio. Wow, that one really slipped through the cracks. So instead we're gonna have it with the Old No. 7. I'm sorry guys. Just a little oversight. So I have done this one before. Sight, again, lots of gold, and that's how I knew that I had done this one before, because as I was describing the sight, as you can see, I got my bandana on. Jack Daniel's. Gold, lots of gold, very royal-like, definitely prestigious. So it obviously gives you that it factor. Resonates, bold, it stands out, especially this shape. That's why I picked this shape today. The last time that we did this on Whiskey Wednesday was with a Robusto. It didn't look as gorgeous as this one does right here. The artwork on it, the label, I mean, the design of it in general, very, very prestigious. It gives itself the look. So if the blend didn't hold up, at least it played the part and it looks good. Definitely like a wedding, big event, something prestigious, an award ceremony, maybe even brunch if you just want to show off. You wear your nice watch, your nice shirt and shorts, and you go out and you smoke this for brunch. But it's something that you want to show off. It's not something that you want to keep in secret. Smell, however, getting some chocolate right off the skin. Now this one you can't smell too deep into because the opening is very thin, tight, and constrained at the very end, so it's not easy to take a big whiff inside. So you're really only getting the very wrap. Pretend it's like a cocoon almost, as if it's like a mummy in a tomb aging. Definitely lots of sweet caramel, sugar, caramel, some chocolate. I'm telling you, like a peanut as well, almond, some wood, of course, very kind of like pine, and very little spice on the nose. And yeah, nothing else to really much say about that. So let's move on to taste already. We're at taste already. Let's go. I also noticed that the reason I didn't realize that I wasn't using the proper mic was because I didn't have my headphones on. Tight draw. Not sure if it's just because it's still tight on the other end, hasn't burned through the small opening where you light it. But it does have a tight draw, even though I gave it a pretty generous cut on the back. Lots of nuts, an undertone of wood as well. It's so majestic, this version of the cigar, just the way that the smoke leaves it. And just looking at it is pure eye candy. Just off that, it's receiving a nice score in my head. I don't know if I got that wow factor from the Robusto, but it does not do the Melanio Figurado any justice. I think this is the best version of this cigar. Better than the Torpedo and better than the Robusto, obviously. Slight spice, kind of there. But I think I want to mix in the whiskey now, since the pairing is of the two. The review is of both the cigar and the whiskey. Scent, of course, the smoky oaky, as we say here in the lounge, smell from the Jack Daniels Old No. 7 traditional Jack Daniels. Of course, you're going to get that smoky oaky scent from it. Again, just smells like your traditional Jack Daniels. Let's go ahead and sip it. Is it something about the blend that just doesn't mix right with the whiskey? The oak layer comes out more after mixing the whiskey around in the palate and puffing on the cigar. The wood really dominant now. Of course, smoother around the second sip. I take that back. The cigar is actually burning now. It's past the narrow opening now. It's gone into the full mode, I would call it, version of itself. Whiskey, the second sip around, came down a lot smoother. Now I'm really playing with all the flavors in the cigar and the whiskey at the same time. So this caramelly taste, that's why I said never mind, because I tasted like a little swirl of caramel. Someone just got it here, of course, right in the middle of this, but it's like a barbecue caramel, kind of like you would taste like a bonfire caramel, Nutella, graham crackers maybe, and that's of course with the whiskey mixed into the flavor profiles. Man, just not my day, man. Just not my day today. The intrinsic sweetness of this whiskey, mixed with the sweetness already found in the cigar, just creates this pool of like sugar in the mouth. Of course, found within the smoke. The ash is about to fall. I can sense it. There we go. Enjoyed it, but I could see why I gave it the low score that I did before. I think this one deserves a much higher one, and for that reason, I'm going to give it an, I think 8.2 is fair. 8.2, straight from the lounge, the Oliva V Melanio paired with the Jack Daniels Old No. 7. 8.2, above average, below average, whatever you consider that. You know, apart from all the other flavors that we've tried here on the show, these two got an 8.2. At first, mixed together, it was just wood, pure wood. There was nothing else. But after burning through the cigar a little, really getting the flavors, you know, seeping out of it, I mixed in the whiskey at the same time, and it was right at that transition period. At first, I was very disappointed by the combination. After a couple seconds, though, it started burning and burning more, and out came all the sweetness and everything that I enjoyed this time around. So an 8.2 from the lounge. That just about does it for me here. Thank you once again to Gables Cigars for facilitating the creation of this episode. Of course, at Robert Rivera Worldwide for bringing us this whiskey, and at Scotch Society 305 for providing us with the Glencairn glass. As always, go ahead and like this video if you want to see more of this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Podcast listeners, go ahead and favorite our station. Give us that review that you think we are worthy of. And follow us on Instagram at thelounge.media. Thank you guys once again for staying tuned to the end of this episode. My name is Javier Cobas, and this was Whiskey Wednesday.